I'm just out here trying to kind of figure out what I'm going to do next, or try to decide, I guess. I got a little bit of time today, and so I thought I'd get out here and see if I can do something. This is that piece that I kinked, so I'm just cutting the kinks off of it, just try to save, whatever lengths that I know in the future I could probably use. So, and like I said, just cleaning up, getting some tools put away. I was using the brake line, doing all that brake line stuff, so I had brake line pieces and parts all over the table here. So, what's up to it? That's a usable piece. There's a usable piece, just has a flare on it. I'll cut that flare off. And then stash those in a drawer that's for brake lines for next time, whenever that might be. So I have some steering stuff to do. This is the steering shaft that came off the Chevy van that the steering column came out of, and so I need this end for at the end of the steering column, but I need this end to make the attachment to the Crown Vic rack and pinion. So I'm going to try to cut this off, get this out of here, and see if I can mate these two together with a sleeve, and then drill a hole and thread a bolt in, like a set screw, or yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to try to do. So anyway, that's kind of my plan right now for the steering, and so that's something I need to get done, which is something I might just do right now. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know how well that'll work, and if it doesn't, then I'll have to, maybe I'll have to order one. I don't know, but I'm going to try to get away with using what I have. That's really what this project is about right now, is just trying to get this truck up and running with what I have for the most part. Like I said, I wasn't actually planning on replacing. I was going to use the brake lines out of the car, which honestly was a bad idea. And really, the brake lines, if you're trying to decide that, let's say, and you're trying to decide, well, should I just buy the brake line? It's not that much money for that roll. It's like 25 feet. You might need 2 rolls, but it's not that much. And then go down to Harbor Freight and buy that kit, that brake. This is it right here. And this was like $70 after taxes, and so you're probably going to be $125 to run the brake lines, the whole thing, with buying the tool for flaring, and you're just going to be way happier. So I would do that if I was going to do this again. It wouldn't even be a question. Like if I was going to do this again, if I'm learning something, which we better be learning something, right? We've got to be learning. I would not even have attempted or thought about. I would just order the brake lines. I have the tool now, and I would just plan on putting new brake lines through that whole truck. And honestly, I really feel like anything I do from here on out, it's just going to get new brake lines, because brake lines, 70-year-old brake lines or whatever, just you got to rely on those to stop. And and as easy as it is to, especially with the tools available, to flare the line and such like that, it's worth doing it. So anyway, next project I will be just redoing the brake lines. I do have room to improve in regards to bending and all that jazz, but that'll come with time, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm going to tackle this steering. I'm just going to take my skinny wheel and cut this thing, get this thing opened up. I want to see just how much of this D-style shaft, and then I want to check these two shafts together to see if they're really the same size and whether I can sleeve those two. So that's what I got going. So I didn't film any of that, cutting into that steering, those two steering shafts, but I got them together. I got them to where I could sleeve them, and I got them sitting in the truck, and I'll show you that right now. I'm not going to be able to do anything more with it until I get the motor pulled out and figure out exactly what to do about it, because it's something that had to be done about the frame or this sensor that's so I'll turn this around and show you. So this is what I've got. It's hooked up there to the rack and pinion, and it comes up, hooks up to the bottom of the steering column. But you can see it's hitting the frame, or it's hitting that that sensor. Comes off the exhaust manifold. So I need to address more of that, and the best way to do that is going to be with the motor out. So I might mark that. I might, I'm going to box more of that frame right there, and so I might like cut into that frame and then make the box portion of that section of the frame kind of dip around that thing, curl around it. So at any rate, I'm not going to be able to get that finished right now. So it looks like it's going to work fine. That I might have to weld that sleeve in place but I don't know, length and all that until I know for sure that my steering column is going to be locked in place, and it's going to clear everything, and in length and all that stuff. So at any rate, so I'm probably going to work on some of the battery box, see what I can get done with this battery box. So this is the battery tray out of the 61, the unibody. This is the original battery tray for it. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to get it in here like that. It'll give me room underneath it for different things, whatever I might need. So I just got to make up some bracketry and try to get that taken care of. I have mentioned, I do believe that my dad's making a box for this back here to cover this gas tank, and that'll cover the battery as well. So there'll be a lid on this side and a lid on that side. Open this lid to access the battery, open the other lid to put fuel in the tank. So I think I'm gonna work on this right now. Okay, so my plan here is I'll bolt right to that stake pocket, and then I'll build out from the back of the cab for the other two bolts there. I'll have to I'll have to turn that T, this here T, I'll have to turn it so the battery fits. But first thing I want to do is I want to build onto the bottom of this so that I have kind of a tripod. So I have this spot right here that touches the bottom of the bed. I want to build 2 more that touch the bottom of the bed. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm just supporting this thing by the bottom of the bed first off, and I got that started in the shop. I'll take you in there and show you. Okay, so here's my plan. I got this bar, and as you can see these marks that I put on here, so it's not so shadowed. I got that mark, so I'm going to cut a piece of pie out and that piece of pie out, and then I'll have to cut the thing off about there, and then I'll bend those and then weld that up, and then I'll tack that here and here so it'll come down and then run up and then back, so it's not going to be just like one leg coming down and then that pressure is just on that little 3/4 inch piece touching it. There'll be like a foot to it, and then there'll be 3 points of contact to the bottom of the bed so that there's a little more support, and then I'll be able to put this tray in and it'll be freestanding, and I'll just have to bolt it to that stake pocket, and then I'll have to build something out the back of the cab to bolt it to the back of the cab so that it doesn't move around. But first thing I want to do is make it so that it can sit in there on its own level with the bed. So that didn't go too bad. I got the little pie cut out of them, so now I'm going to bend them and see how that looks. Should get a good 90 out of that, and then I'll weld those up and then see how that works out. So this is going to work out to be a very short video. The switch on my welder, here, this one, that one's good. That one is not doing anything. So that switch is bad, and so the welder didn't want to play today. So I'm gonna order this switch, get it coming, and then I'll be able to finish that. But I don't really have anything else going, and I don't have much time at any rate. That's the way it goes sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's the way it goes. I am excited about this week, the end of this week, going down to see my mom and dad, my sister and her husband, and my nephew, and I'm excited about that. And I'm probably gonna do kind of a little, I don't know if you'd call it a shop tour or something like that, with my dad, and just show off some of the rigs that he's got and some of the work that he does. He does really awesome work, real nice stuff. So that'll be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm ready for a little vacation. Look forward to that. That'll be cool. I think you guys will like it. Otherwise, like I said, sorry that this video is gonna be so short, but this week I didn't get anything really done on the truck other than like this, like I was just doing that little bit of that steering, and then I just started that battery box. I'll get back to it as soon as I get the part in for the welder. Well, there's just a lot of stuff that's got to be welded. So, anyway, uh, until next time, have a blessed week, and thank you for watching.